Hello, hello, hello. How are we? How are we? How are we? How are we? Um, welcome to WWE 2008. Sorry, I started this up and then just decided to check my emails instantly. Yeah, here we are, WWE 2008. Tonight we are at Raw, the 11th of February 2008. We have Raw, we have SmackDown, then we have No Way Out. Job's a good one. What more do we need? Let's go to Scott's Bog of Doom, the Go Home show for No Way Out, the second show in a double taping as the roster on an Asian tour. The pay-per-view card is all set. I'm not sure what else there is to see on the show. Triple H still won't be here this week though, which drags things down a bit. Speaking of an Asian tour, there is a couple of people. Alex Zane needs his picture changed. Do we have any other Alex Zane? We can straight just go to worker. Abdullah, you are the man to check. I don't think anyone does really have a young Alex Zane picture. Nah, it's fine. We'll deal with it for now. Like, I'm going to hire him. Do you remember when he was in the Fed for a brief moment? So there's a few people I want to hire. Tajiri for one. I am happy for Tajiri to continue wrestling outside while we have him. And to be honest, I think that's everyone. I originally wanted Dave Taylor. I wanted... I don't know, who else was it? Gregory Helms. Hello, I'm Mr. Younger. How are you? How are you? But it seems like most of the people... Yeah, I should begin this. Shortlist you. Most of the people that I do want are probably... I'm okay, thank you. I'm alright. Happy to be here. Happy to be booking this again. I was watching... This is also the ideal time for my cat to play with her loudest toy. I was watching the OSW review of 2005. And it just really made me want to kind of book this again. At least book this around our time period. I might do a 2004 save in my own time, but I'm unsure. I've committed 2 years to a 97 one, so I don't know if it'd feel right doing a it's just starting a 2004 one out of nowhere. That's a great picture of Leva Bates. That's a lovely picture. To a point where I'm tempted to sign Leva Bates on a written deal for a year. Let's see how she does. El Grande Americano character in 2008. I heard Ludwig Kaiser's been doing bits as El Grande Americano. I do like Chad Gable. I'm just what setting do we have on? 'Cause it feels like there's a shorter roster. I don't know, I guess we don't. What's Lance Storm up to at this point? Unemployed! And he's an occasional wrestler. Regardless, I think I'd like to bring Lance Storm in. For 2 years? Is Kurt... Yeah, Kurt is completely TNA now. Probably won't get Kurt Angle back. Chris Hero, plodding around the... Oh, he's injured. Plodding around the independents. So let's just get straight into Raw, since there's other stuff I want to do today, and it's like 11:30. And this will probably take about 2 hours. By the things I want to do today is I want to play Halo before I have to go to work. So last week we were in the Tri-State, and now Southwest I'm happy with. Booking team meeting, not much to really go by. Triple H and Christopher DeJoseph argued a lot. Spike Dudley is after we'll use him, yeah. Happily. B-Boy, we probably don't have space for you. Melina Perez has a creative idea. William Regal ran drills for Kelly, Maria and Ashley, as well as drills for Harry Smith, Cody Rhodes and Santino. Jeff and Santino had a karaoke duel. Trevor Murdoch wasn't happy with Michael Hayes. Just the usual. I'm happy that that feels realistic enough. So, WWE Raw opening. I always kind of get like a little, ugh, is it right? Whenever I see WWE because I'm used to WWF. Randy, Sean, Steve, we don't need. Triple H, Vince. Who's in the star category? Enough people that we can put them in. Nice, I have to have it scripted. So the first match is Vince McMahon against Hornswoggle. I don't think I can get either of these to wrestle. Hornswoggle, I feel like should be a wrestler. Roster. Swoggle. Oh, he can be an occasional wrestler. Hell yeah. So if we instead do... If I do the storyline... McMahon's bastard son. Yeah. Shane. Occasional wrestler. Happy with that. If we just do one-on-one... Or is Triple H a heel? No, he's a face. If we do Shane... This is a no DQ match, by the way. Turn him heel. Boop, boop. So 1v1 hardcore should be fine. Entertainment style. So Shane McMahon against Hornswoggle. This is gonna bomb, by the way. No DQ and Finlay is banned from ringside. Vince lets Hornswoggle get a free slap. Hornswoggle manages to do it, which is enough for Vince to pull out his belt. Cue Finlay to get in Vince's way, so Vince threatens to fire him. That's a major threat to Finlay, who has a wife and kids of his own. Finlay goes to leave, but then knocks Vince out cold with a shillelagh. Hornswoggle goes to leave, but hits a tadpole splash for the win. Eight minutes should be fine. He wins at ringside. Let's do Vince. And then outside interference finish on Shane by Finlay. What if I keep you strong? You shouldn't have creative control, but... Shane McMahon. Anyway, we can change that here. Yeah. That's probably something I should change generally in the data. I wonder if you can filter by creative control. No. What? Oh, I actually did work. I meant to do company. WWE. I want to check if Vince has it. No. I'm going to check if Shane has it. Nope. Does Stephanie have it? Why does so many people have creative control? Don't tell me Triple H has it. Hunter? Where would Triple H be? Or Paul Levesque, that's why. Nice, that's fine. Boop. Look, I mean, technically they would have creative control, at least Vince would. Since he's the man writing the show, but yeah. Fuck, I have to do it all again. Had a match, hardcore entertainment. We have Shane McMahon against Hornswoggle. 8 minutes should do. Hornswoggle wins. Outside interference finish on Shane by Finlay. At ringside is Vince. That's fine. Angle. After Vince gets his head looked at until William Regal comes in to check on him. Tonight, Vince is going to fire Finlay. Vince says tonight he is going to fire Finlay. Vince, I guess, cutting a promo. Shane on character development. William Regal, similarly, with Finlay and Hornswoggle off screen. 3-minute backstage. Job's a good one. Next we have a Royal Rumble rematch of Chris Jericho against JBL. Jericho fights up and knocks JBL down, including a top rope clothesline for 2. Missile dropkick gets the same, and Jericho counters the fallaway slam into a DDT for another near fall. Back up, and Jericho charges into a boot in the corner, only to duck a clothesline and grab the code breaker for the win. 11 minutes should do. I'm actually fine with that JBL picture. I didn't think I would be. Chris Jericho wins. Post-match, Omega comes in and Samoan spikes both of them. And Samoan spikes both of them. Again, like 3 minutes. Umaga, Chris Jericho, and Jibble. We then get a hype video of John Cena against Randy Orton. Randy Orton. I'm quite excited to get into 09, maybe not 2010. I do wish this was maybe like 2006, maybe 2 years back. Just so we had a little bit more to work with. Vince has a better idea. He will take on Hornswoggle in a cage match next week. So Vince, I don't know, cutting a promo. William Regal on character development with Finlay and Hornswoggle off screen. Backstage, again 3 minutes maybe. Perfect. 3 minutes, scripted, angle, backstage. Job's a good one. Up next is Paul Burchill versus Brian Kendrick. This is Burchill's return after about 2 years away, and his sister Katie Lee is with him. So if we borrow... Do we have Paul Burchill, Borrow, and Katie Lee? Let's have Paul managed... I was going to say, is Paul Burchill have to be English? Manager, Katie Lee. Personal details. No, English. He gets a squash over Brian Kendrick. Instead, I'd prefer to put him over somewhere like Super Crazy. So Paul Burchill's return. Perfect. I don't think much more happens to him, and I do kind of want to put him in the pirate gimmick again. Randy Orton joins commentary for Cena vs. Henry. Randy, I guess character. Same with John. And Mark. 2 minutes is good. Cena charges into the world's strongest slam 15 seconds in, and Henry knocks him into the corner. Some rights and lefts don't do much for Cena, as Henry is right back up with a full Nelson. That's broke up. Henry misses a charge into the corner, setting up a middle rope shoulder into the STFU to give Cena a quick tap. Can't believe that's not even the main event. John Cena against Mark Henry. About 10 minutes should do. John Cena wins. At ringside is Snort. Post-match, Cena tells Orton that he's 100% heading into No Way Out, so Orton better be ready. Cena says he's 100%. And Orton better watch out. At No Way Out. John Cena, cut the promo, Randy Orton. I don't know. 4 seems a bit long, but we probably need to kill some time. We then get a WrestleMania hype video. Hype, pre-taped, video, 1 minute. Let's just put the major boys in. Ground control to major boys. It's pretty funny. Not super funny. Pretty funny. Here is Mr. Kennedy to see if Ric Flair wants to forfeit at No Way Out. Flair talks about he and his generation paved the road for people like Kennedy, so he isn't forfeiting. Sure, Kennedy has a great future, but he wants to do what Ric Flair has done 16 times. Flair is coming to No Way Out and is going to leave, but Kennedy kicks him in the bad leg and mocks the strut. Kennedy calls out Flair. Rick tells him he paved the way for him and will walk out of No Way Out. Is he under Ken Kennedy or Mr. Kennedy? Cutting the promo with Ric Flair. 5. We then get Melina against Maria with Jillian Hall and Santino on commentary. Let's just set that as a match. Who was it? Maria against Melina. 7. At ringside is Jillian and Santino. Melina gets dropped throat first on the top and the Bulldog makes it worse, but Jillian kisses Santino. That's enough for Melina to grab the roll-up win. Flash pinfall. Victor, Melina, flash pinfall. I'm in my current save. I'm going to make Mark Ken a character to Velveteen Dream. I did think the Velveteen Dream character was great. It's just a shame what happens, because I feel like he could have gone to the top. You know what I mean? Close angle. Santino tells Maria she has 1 week to decide between him and Playboy. Jillian, Santino, Maria, and Melina. Is that under like a storyline? Javo, Mickey James and Beth Phoenix also has Maria. And Jillian Hall. So yeah, we'll add Santino to this. Or is he already in a storyline? Put him as support. That's straight, just like a 2-minute thing. We then get a No Way Out rundown and a video on Triple H. No Way Out rundown. Oh, the main event is... Oh, what seems like the main event is Jeff Hardy against Shawn Michaels. It is? That's mental. Oh, we got rundown. Pre-taped video for a minute. The usual little gimmick. We then get a video update on Triple H on a WWE tour of Asia. Triple H cutting a promo. What's his storyline? Is he in the Elimination Chamber? He is. He can just cut it on, I don't know, Shawn. Pre-tape video. And then we have a Candice Michelle is returning to Raw. Returning to Raw. Candice. Character development, I guess. Is there a chance she's in any kind of storyline? Nah, it doesn't seem like it. Then we can just do this as a hype pre-taped video. And then we end with the incredible match of Jeff Hardy against Shawn Michaels. 21 should do, non-title. Shawn is back up with a forearm into the nip-up, and now the top rope elbow can connect. The super kick misses, so Shawn goes for his figure four, sending Hardy to the rope again. Another super kick misses, and it's a twist of fate into the swanton, which gives Jeff the big victory. Victor, Jeff Hardy. Shawn gonna... He's extremely unhappy. I'm happy to keep you strong, Shawn, if you'll be happy. And he is. Storyline. Is Shawn in the elimination? Is Jeff? Yeah. Shawn and Hardy shake hands before teasing, attacking each other. Shawn, I guess we can do cut the promo, but it doesn't have to be. Jeff. 3 minutes? Just to kill some time, because we've got, what, 8? We can fit another match. What did we do last week to fit a match? Oh, we did Harry Smith and Bobby Lashley. I'm happy to put them as a team again. They beat the Highlanders last week, so this time they can beat what? No, in fact, let's have the Hooligans get a win. They can get a win over also the Highlanders. How long do they need? 8 minutes. Stick BK over. Do we have... would Scott Taylor be... What would Scotty 2 Hotty be under? I thought we were under Scott Taylor. I mean, we don't have him. Yes. Settings. Would we not alter egos? Scotty 2 Hotty isn't an alter ego. He's just not in the mod. Chuck Taylor, Ryan Taylor, Shane Taylor, Steven Taylor. Is there going to be some other kind of like stupid name that he's under? Scotty 2 Hotty. I just wanted to bring him back, that's all. Scott Garland? Nope. Maybe just straight isn't it? Yeah, it's Skippy Taylor, Scotty 2 Hotty, Scott Garland. in... He released on May 18, 2007, so he's only been gone a year. Yeah, it is strange how he's not there. That's fair. I'll add that in at a separate point. You remember that? Perfect. Highlanders against the Hooligans. Put that here. What does book analysis say? Shane's unhappy, that's fine. Let's separately have a 2v2. At some point I want to reunite Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. So Harry Smith and Bobby Lashley. Against Exclude already booked. Heel. Oh, we didn't use Spike Dudley like we were going to do. I know a way to include him. That's fine. Which means we probably can't do this. Highlanders versus the Hooligans. 3v3 of against Brian Kendrick, Paul London, and Matt Hyson. That's it. Sweet. And where is he? Spike Dudley. Jobs are good. Frank. Oh. Not Paul Burchill, Paul London. Yeah, thank you. I just noticed it there. That I would have been furious if that was the case. Let's just borrow. You don't get used. You don't get used. You don't get used. Let's have my Bobby Lashley and Harry Smith against Andrew Vane and Antoni Pulaski. And let's stick the Lashinator over. Has he already been world champion at this point? The ECW heavyweight champion twice. Book. Nice, let's go. In a terrible pre-show match, Bobby Lashley and Harry Smith defeated Andrew Vane and Antoni Pulaski when Lashley pinned Pulaski with a spear. We got the Raw opening, and about which had good heat and subpar wrestling, I was going to say. Hornswoggle defeated Shane McMahon in a hardcore match by pinfall following interference from Finlay. No. Turn heel. Nice. Vince says tonight he's going to fire Finlay. In a good match, Jericho defeated JBL in 10:56 with the Walls of Jericho. And post-match, Umaga comes in and Samoan spikes both of them. We got a hype video for John Cena against Randy Orton. And Vince has a better idea. He will take on Hornswoggle in a cage match next week. In a bout which had decent wrestling but little heat, Virtual defeated Super Crazy in 4:43 with a C4. And Randy Orton joins commentary for Cena vs Mark Henry. Good heat and decent wrestling, Cena defeated Henry in 9:31 with an STFU. Cena gets on the mic and says he is 100%, and Orton better watch out and no way out. Got a WrestleMania hype video, and Mr. Kennedy calls out Flair. Rick tells him he paved the way for people like him, and he will walk out with no way out. In a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but subpar wrestling, Melina defeated Maria in 6:56 by pinfall with a quick roll-up. Santino tells Maria that she has 1 week to decide between him and Playboy. Got a no way out rundown, and a video on Triple H on the WWE Asia tour. Spike Dudley makes his surprise return, night before No Way Out, teaming with the Hooligans to defeat Snitsky and the Highlanders. Brian Kendrick pinned Robbie with sliced bread number 2. Candice Michelle's returning to Raw, and in a superb match, which I thought this would have done better, Jeff defeated Shawn in 21:23 by pinfall with Swanton Bomb. The two shake hands after the match and tease attacking each other. Lost popularity in 5 regions, fair enough. Not the end of the world, but this also wasn't a great time for WWE. So I can accept it as long as we don't fall. I mean, as long as we're at medium, I don't think anything's the end of the world. What is it? So it'll be SmackDown. I don't know if it airs on a delay. SmackDown, February 15th, 2008. That seems like the one. Ring of Honor have hired Billy Kidman. I didn't know we didn't have him. PWG hires Stan Hansen. I feel like you always kind of do stuff like that. So we don't have Orlando Jordan. I thought we would have had Kid Cash. I don't mind hiring Kid Cash on a handshake. Oh, you would think of Braden Walker. Just for 1 year. That's fine. Unless you have a written deal, you can go to that. But you don't. I'm also happy to hire Spike Dudley just back. Handshake, pair show, no ironclad. 1 year. Oh, what's your rival offer? Yeah, nothing exclusive, so you're fine. Kevin Thorne wants to be called up. Chris Jericho thinks Rory McAllister is a future star. I don't know if I agree with that. So where's developmental? Let's call up Paul Burchill and Katie Lee. Roster, Paul, manager, Katie Lee, and I presume they're on the Raw brand. Nice. Got ECW first. I forgot about that. ECW, February 2008. $12? The week after the Gulf of Mexico match. Once again, I'm happy to go to Southwest. Locker room incidents. William Regal ran some drills for men and women. John Morrison has a creative idea. So does Chavo. Michael Hayes annoyed John Laurinaitis. Angle. Did I just title it ECW opening? WWE SmackDown. ECW opening. Nice. Just a hype pre-taped video. I wonder how long ECW lasts. So I don't know whether it's worth bringing in. I don't think it lasts much longer. I was going to say it might be worth bringing in a couple of people, but probably not. So clips of Gulf of Mexico match with Chavo being saved by scuba divers. Why is that? Just scuba is an acronym. Scuba divers. Chavo, Armando, and Punk. Pre-tape video, like a minute. 2 minutes. Chavo wants Punk. Instead, Armando books Punk versus Mark Henry. Chavo cutting a promo with Armando, CM Punk off screen. Just backstage, I don't know, 3 minutes. Where's Mark Henry? Instead, let's just stick him on none, just makes life easier. So first we have Stevie Richards against Rory Fox. Let's hire a local worker, a young Tim Thatcher. One v one, Stevie against Thatcher. Richards slaps him daffs and finishes with a double arm DDT. Oh, Timu! How are you? How are you? I hope you are well. Nice quick Stevie Richards drop. Clips of Richards sit down interview last week. Sure. We have Jim Ross? No. Here we have Joey Styles. It's Stevie. Just cut the promo. 2 minutes pre-tape video outside broadcast. Backstage. I hope you're well, Timu. Hope life is treating you okay. We have Kelly against Layla. I was going to say Layla, aren't I? Kelly against Layla. Layla works over Kelly's left arm as Kelly screams to buggery death, apparently. Kelly comes off the top with a flying body press and finishes with the rocker dropper. I did get to... Oh, nice! Nice! Kelly gets this win. After... Oh, I read it out. Rocker dropper. 2 strong chapters in a night seems pretty well done. I guess we can move it here, because next we get Mike Knox against Mr. Kingston. Knox takes a monkey flip as well as Kofi's big corner jump. Knox takes over on offense and grinds the match to a halt. Trouble in Paradise finishes. Solid Kofi win. Miz and Morrison get on the mic and call out Tommy Dreamer. The Miz cutting a promo. John Morrison. Is this any kind of storyline? Storyline. We can add John Morrison. Oh, they SmackDown tag men. John Morrison cutting a promo with The Miz. Tommy. Let's also have him cutting a promo. 3 minutes should be fine. Oh, we need Colin Delaney in this. I wish the game could add tag team. Yeah, it would make life so much easier. Let's add Colin Delaney to this. I've thought the exact same thing with stables. Like, whenever I'm booking DX or anything in AEW, it's like I have to add every member of a stable. After Jericho Appreciation Society or whatever, the Bubbly Brunch, that gang. I can't remember what they're called now. The Inner Circle. It's just make life so much easier. I've been saying this for like the last 2 games and it doesn't happen. Dreamer knocks Miz off the apron, which allows Morrison to nail a springboard kick, but then he gets distracted by Delaney, which allows Dreamer to hit the DDT. Yeah. It just makes life so much easier. I miss EWR sometimes, but then I go back to it and I'm like, everything I want to do is in TW and not EWR. So Tommy Dreamer against John Morrison. Tommy Dreamer wins. At ringside is The Miz. But it's a distraction finish. Like, I really feel like I just completely went off it. I really feel like I romanticize EWR. John Morrison should be distracted by Colin Delaney. Tommy Dreamer, yep. Jobs are good one. Post-match, Miz and Morrison take out both Dreamer and Delaney. Miz and Morrison, Tommy Dreamer, and Colin Delaney. 3 minutes. I hope we get to do more with Elijah Burke. I don't know if Elijah Burke has. Oh, I guess he probably has. He's been in WWE 3 years, so he probably has already debuted. We then get a WrestleMania advert. I don't even know if I know what actually went on at this WrestleMania. Right, pre-taped video, 1 minute. We do have a face Batista, but I feel like we're slowly going into heel Batista. And then we have CM Punk against Mark Henry. Sorry, I'm trying to work out what happens here. So we get Mark Henry against CM Punk. It's a super quick one of 2 minutes that CM Punk wins by intentional DQ. Post-match, Punk sends Henry out the ring and challenges Chavo. So Mark Henry, CM Punk, and Chavo, which leads into a title match. 3 minutes? That's fine. How long we got? 29. We can extend a couple of things. Speaking of which, Chavo against CM Punk, ECW title on the B show that is ECW. ECW heavyweight. Chavo holds onto the ropes for dear life as Punk attempts the GTS, so Punk kicks him outside instead. Chavo sandbags as much as possible, so Punk only gets 2 by the time he rolls him back in. Chavo gets crotched. Punk tries to hit the Frankensteiner off the top rope, but Chavo holds on and finishes with the frog splash. Nice. So a nice little Chavo Guerrero storytelling. Job's a good one. 6 more minutes. Let's just make a couple of things longer. Nice. What's the book analysis say? Job's a good one. No angle needed to end the show. What's book analysis say? Got a people being overused on a B show. Get over yourself. We've got the ECW opening. Got clips of the Gulf of Mexico match with Chavo being saved by scuba divers. Stevie Richards defeated Tim Thatcher in 2:33 with a Stevie T. And then we have clips of the sit-down interview with Stevie from last week. In a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Kelly defeated Layla in 8:07 by pinfall with a non. Well, that clearly needs to be changed. Edit. Would that be on the move sets? Right. Oh, would it? No, the Barbie blank. Non and non. Can someone? You know what, Kelly to finish. Kelly. Korea. None in my top 3. What's the point of putting none? What idiot did this? Yada-dee-da-dee-da-doo-doo. Personal life. Here we go. Finishing moves. Oh, the Kelly kick or the K2. How do you edit? Create move. Name. Kelly kick. Do we need a short description? Impact move. I'd say it can cause blood. Yes. Nice. Add as finisher. Add, and then create move. She has the Kelly go around, which is also it's a flipping seated senton, so a pinfall move. It probably can be done onto a chair, also through a table, also off a ladder. Save. Add as finisher. Nice. So that won't really affect anything. That'll affect anything in the mod, but if I edit, go in-game editor. Is moves and move sets a thing? No. Workers instead. Barbie blank. Mr. X. Move set. I don't know. Let's give her. Let's give her Sable's moveset. I don't know if she'll have one, but it'll be interesting. That bit only really affects my save. Chavo wants Punk, but instead Armando books Punk against Mark Henry. In a terrible match, Kofi defeats Mike Knox in 7:22 by submission, and Miz and Morrison get on the mic and call out Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer defeated John Morrison in 13:43 by pinfall with the Dreamer DDT after a distraction from Colin Delaney. Post-match, Miz and Morrison take out both Dreamer and Delaney. We've got a WrestleMania 24 advert. In an extremely short match, Punk defeated Mark Henry in 1:31 when Henry intentionally got disqualified. Post-match, Punk sends Henry out the ring and challenges Chavo. In a bout which had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, better than Jeff Hardy against Shawn Michaels, I'll let you know. Chavo defeated Punk in 2044 with a gory special to make defense number 2 of the ECW Heavyweight Championship. Straight into SmackDown. Booking team meeting, jobs are good 'un. Locker room incidents, jobs are good 'un. address the locker room job's a good one. I forgot I was looking at Kelly's moveset and I was really confused. Boop. So, angle. We got the WWE SmackDown opening. Dump. Save. It's a hype pre-taped video for 1 minute. Nice. Straight into it, we have Batista against MVP. The kick to the head gives MVP 2, and we hit the armbar. They head outside with Batista being sent into the steps, but Batista is back up with a ram into the apron. Back in, and MVP gets smart by sending him shoulder first into the post. That's fine with Batista, who uses the good shoulder for a spear and the Batista bomb to put MVP away. I do remember the Colossus of Boggo Road Nathan Jones. He wasn't very good. I'm happy he's found skills elsewhere. I kind of want to be like, he's not as bad as you remember, but no, he was awful. Edge gives the Edge heads a pep talk before their match. So we have Edge, Vicky, Zack Ryder, and Kurt Hawkins. 3 minutes. Backstage, whatever. A pointless kind of thing. That leads to a 4v4 of Juice and Domino and the Edgeheads against Jesse and Fetus and the Country Punks. The beatdown is on and the villains take turns beating Shanamura up. Mua kicks Domino away and the hot tag brings in Yang to clear house. Everything breaks down and Yang's moonsault press finishes Domino. Because of this, because they win, I would instead like to put in Kofi Kingston and Jamie Noble, who I assume both of them aren't going to be on the show. Tommy Dreamer and Kofi Kingston? Yeah, Tommy Dreamer and Kofi Kingston. So 10 minutes, not that it affects anything. Jimmy Wang Yang goes over. Of course he does. Big pop. Post-match, the bell rings and the villains beat everyone down, until Jesse rings the bell and Festus wrecks everyone. Hits the bell again to calm everything down. Post-match, the heels attack everyone until Dreamer makes the save with a chair. I have no time for Jesse and Festus, I'll be completely honest with you. And I feel bad because it's Terry Gordy's son. So we have Kurt, Zach, Deuce, Domino, Cherry. And then Jimmy Wang Yang, Shannon Moore, Tommy Dreamer, and was it Kofi Kingston? Except those boys get over a little more. He was, yes. He was meant to have a one-on-one, and then it was changed. Oh, was it a 2v2? Undertaker handicap WrestleMania. Yeah, it was meant to be Undertaker and Nathan Jones against Big Show and A-Train. But Nathan Jones was awful, so they just did the handicap match. And a match we would all like to forget. Up next we have Michelle McCool against Victoria. Back in, and Michelle hits the clothesline, but Chuck Palumbo, revving his motorbike, lets Victoria hit the Widow Peak for the win. Victoria wins. Distraction finish on Michelle by Chuck Palumbo. I do like biker Chuck Palumbo. Post-match, Palumbo threatens McCool and Noble. I mean, I think Nathan Jones was a better wrestler. He did have a great look. Chuck Palumbo, Victoria, Michelle, and Jamie Noble. Like, I don't know, 3 minutes? Then we have a recap of Undertaker choking out wrestlers over the past few weeks. The Undertaker. Who else is in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber? Batista, Big Daddy V, Finlay. The Great Khali. This is an awful lineup for Elimination Chamber, by the way. It's everyone. Who am I missing? MVP. I never know what to do with regens in my save, because I never really want to use them. I just like the wrestlers, you know what I mean? We have The Undertaker against Big Father V. V misses a charge into the corner and gets clotheslined down. Old School connects and a running DDT gives Undertaker the win. Post-match, Striker yells a lot, so Choker holds so Taker chokes him out. Match, Striker attacks Taker, but gets choked out. Big Daddy, Matt Striker, and The Undertaker. 2 minutes should do. We have a video on the Elimination Chamber. So we basically just need Batista, The Undertaker, Big Daddy V, Finlay, Khali, Montel. Hi, pre-tape video, 2 minutes. We then also have a No Way Out rundown. Yeah, I will say these 2008 saves just seem to be a lot easier to... Not this save, just seems to be really easy to book. I feel like I'm flying through like SmackDown shows, which isn't a good thing, shows the quality of what's going on, but... And then the main... Oh, not the main event. We have a 2v2 of Kane and CM Punk against Chavo and Shelton. I'm sorry to say, that you can watch that Elimination Chamber match. That is a real Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out 2008. I haven't changed anything. I'm booking to real life. So take that. Benjamin saves Chavo from a near fall and gets choked for his efforts, with Chavo having to make his own save. Everything breaks down and the GTS finishes Chavo. Google the match, it's real. I ain't no fibber. You can presume. Yeah, there we go. Now you're backing off. No Way Out 2008. I mean, you can. There's literally only 2 people that could possibly win that. No one's going into that thinking Big Daddy V is winning it. Results. Half an hour that Elimination Chamber matches as well. Half an hour. Imagine watching a Big Daddy V and Carly match for 30 minutes. Considering the other Elimination Chamber match, which is only 23 minutes, is Triple H, Jeff Hardy, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Umaga, and JBL. CM Punk gets the win. Boop. We then get the Raw rebound. Just a hype pre-tape video, 1 minute. This is the point where like SmackDown was barely even a show anymore. Yeah, when I book these saves, rarely do I change anything from real life. The main event of this show is Carly against Finlay. Great Carly against Finlay. Back up, and Finlay avoids the charge in the corner, but Carly drops him again. Hornswoggle offers a distraction though, and Finlay gets in some shillelagh shots for the win. Finlay, tainted win, but we like him, so he's fine. The ring is geared up for the potential proposal. Here is Edge to some nice string music. Edge talks about how he has never been nervous before, but he is really in love, and he invites Vicky out here. Edge says the world title means a lot to him, but there's something more important. Edge proposes and gives Vicky Guerrero the ring, to which she says yes. Rey Mysterio interrupts and says he hopes that Vicky drops the Guerrero name. Edge threatens to put Rey in the wheelchair if he doesn't apologise. Rey gets in the ring and apologises in Spanish. Oh, and he'll win the title on Sunday. The fight is on, and the springboard senton hits Vicky by mistake. Edge proposes to Vicky in the ring, but is interrupted by Rey as the two brawl. Edge, Vicky, Rey. I remember this storyline as well, and it fucking sucked. Is there any way we can have a bigger match? What if we end up having 2v2 with Edge and MVP against Batista and Rey? 15 minutes should be fine, with Edge getting a tainted win over Batista. Yeah, because Batista's already won tonight. MVP, job's a good one. We can just shorten a couple of things. Nice, we're doing like a singular minute. Doop. Class. And then end with a no way out rundown. Nice. 75%, so would not be penalised. Book analysis say MVP is being used too much. That's fine. Let's have, I don't know, Matt Seidel and who would be a face? Matt Seidel, Trent Beretta, and who would be the other FCW Tag Team Champion? Is it Caden Croft? Oh, is it Drew McIntyre? Or do they have two Tag Team Champions? Oh, I forgot we have OVW and FCW. That's Stu Lewington, apparently. Okay. Had a match. 2v2. Face. Males. Exclude already booked. Let's have Matt Seidel and Trent Beretta taking on Braden Walker and Tim Thatcher. Boop. Pre-show. Seidel goes over. Job's a good one. Let's run it. A terrible pre-show match. Matt Seidel and Trent Beretta defeated Braden Walker and Tim Thatcher when Seidel pinned Walker with a "Here it is, driver." Got the SmackDown opening. Batista defeated MVP in 5-10 by pinfall with a Demon Bomb. Edge gives the Edgeheads a prep talk before their match. An extremely short match. Dreamer, Kofi, and the Country Punks defeated the Edgeheads and Juice and Domino when Wang pinned Juice with a Yang Time. Post-match, the heels attack everyone until Dreamer comes out with a chair. Victoria defeated McCool in 4:47 by pinfall with a Widow's Peak after a distraction from Chuck Palumbo. Palumbo threatens McCool and Noble. Recap of The Undertaker choking out wrestlers over the past few weeks. And in a bout which had great heat and decent wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Big Daddy V in 9:13 with a tombstone. Striker attacks Taker but gets choked out himself. And then we have a video on the Elimination Chamber. In a good match, Kane and CM Punk defeated Chavo and Shelton when Punk pinned Chavo with the Pepsi Plunge. We have a Raw rebound, and Finlay defeats Carly in 7:01 with the Celtic Knot after interference from Hornswoggle. Edge proposes to Vicky in the ring, but is interrupted by Ray in the 2 brawl, leading into Edge and MVP defeating Batista and Ray in 15:02 when Edge pinned Batista with a spear after Vicky interrupted. We end with a No Way Out rundown in a show that really wasn't very good, so I might have to adjust some time slots. On our show. Perfect. Oh, Steve Lewington won the belt that night as well. Thank God I didn't just bury him in the pre-show. Part of me's tempted. I don't even know if Muhammad Hassan's in this. Part of me's kind of tempted to bring Muhammad Hassan back. CW, Global, and The Score unhappy. Broadcasting. CW. What are we getting? Like 68. Yeah. Global. And what's the other one? The Score. I'll just have to do it, or else we're going to end up losing those broadcasters. So we have No Way Out in 4 days. Doesn't seem like anything major happens. So we have Tajiri, he'd have to come in as a face. Lever Bates, FCW. And Kid Cash, bring him in as a heel. Whereas Lever Bates thinks that's too small. How small is FCW? Oh, is it insignificant? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's continue on. So part of me is thinking about doing a 2004 save in my spare time. Because I feel like there's that lost slot of like 2006 that I would adore to book. Bob Orton joins WXW. No one necessary that I want to hire. Oh, do we no longer have Christy Hemme? Rats. Leva Bates, body has changed from average to skinny. It's all fine. View, Lance Storm. I'm going to think a heel. Let's continue. Oh, I forgot Bryn Walker's unhappy because he doesn't like Kid Cash. That'll be why. That'll do's it. I was going to say HC look seems familiar, but if he was in ECW, that does make sense. Mitch Ryder also seems familiar. How was ROH's show? PWG's fine. All Japan, pretty good. ROH, yeah. Nigel defeated Mark Briscoe. Davey Richards defeated Claudio. God, that's good. Bushwhacker Luke, though, maybe not. Oh, can we get to the point where Morishima had random shows in WWE? No Way Out 2008. Let's go back to... Let's just finish off our week in the Southwest. Broadcasters automatic selection. They've all been selected, so that seems good. Use selection. Nice. Broadcasting, that's fine. Locker room incidents. Jimmy Wang Yan brought out some power ballads. Teddy Long was popular backstage. Regal ran some drills. Regal ran more drills. Let's do some team bonding. Strengthen the relationships between everyone. It's good saying not so many wrestlers hate each other in this time period. So we have the No Way Out 2008 opening. That's a hype pre-taped video for 1 minute. Sorry, Steve. Some of these pictures kind of need adjusting as well, but we'll get onto that. We then recap CM Punk against Chavo Guerrero feud. Recap of Chavo Guerrero vs CM Punk feud for the ECW Championship. Let's do a hype pre-taped video, 2 minutes. And that features CM Punk and Chavo. CM Chavo. Punk kicks him in the head and goes into the Three Amigos, which is loudly booed. Even to the point where the crowd starts chanting for Chavo. Another kick puts Chavo on the floor. Super Hurricane Rana is blocked and a frog splash retains the title. 10 minutes, ECW heavyweight. I think Punk wins it soon, he must do. I do remember Chavo having a long reign though. We look back at recap of Ray attacking Vicky. He apologises and says he didn't mean to. Is there a Z? think it is it? Let's have Ray cutting a promo on Edge and Vicky. Edge off screen. 2 minutes backstage. Perfect. And then we have video on the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. So we have The Undertaker, The Great Khali, Big Daddy V, Montel, Finlay and Batista. Hype, pre-taped, video, 1 minute, and then the chamber itself. The Undertaker, Great, Big Daddy, Montel, Finlay and Batista. Batista is number 1 and Undertaker is number 2. This is for the world title shot at WrestleMania, and MVP's US title isn't on the line. Big Daddy V comes in at number 3. Great Khali is number 4. Finlay comes in at number 5 with MVP finally at number 6. The last ride gets 2. Undertaker hammers away but gets clothesline over the top and onto the steel. Batista follows Undertaker. Batista tries a ram into the barricade. Undertaker blocks it and hits the tombstone for the pin and the title shot. I think we all could have predicted that. Can I set it to... I fit SD here. 20. With the Undertaker and make this storytelling. Nice, Big Daddy V can do it. Angle. Edge wants the Edge heads ready to help him with Rey Mysterio. Ray off screen, Edge, cutting a promo with Kurt and Zach. 3 minutes backstage. Maria and Ashley are at the Playboy in an effort to get Maria to pause. What a storyline this is. So we have Maria, Ashley with Santino off screen. Outside broadcast, 2 minutes. We then have Ric Flair against Mr. Kennedy. If Flair loses, he has to retire. If that lets you know who's going to win. Back up and a regal roll gives Kennedy 2, but Flair is back with some chops. Flair gets the real figure 4 on, and Kennedy taps pretty quickly. Oh, come on, he has enough stamina for this. In-game editor, workers, Ric Flair, skills, 59. Editor, workers, where is he? Ric Flair should just be under Ric Flair. Nice. Oh, his Flair is dropped by 1. Lord. WWE. 13 minutes. Job's a good one. Vince confronts Finlay backstage and promises violence to Hornswoggle tomorrow. Vince, Shane, Hornswoggle, and Funley. 3 minutes backstage. And then we get a recap of Edge versus Rey Mysterio for the heavyweight championship. Is it the heavyweight? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Edge, Rey, and Vicky. Right, pre-taped video, 2 minutes. We then get Edge against Rey. A left arm DDT gives Rey 2, and the 619 connects, but the arm gives out. Rey's springboard is speed out the air to retain the title fast. They went just over 5 minutes. Oh, it's Rey get injured. Rey's shoot gets injured. Rey against Edge. WWE heavyweight. Edge wins. Storytelling. The Big Show returns. And says he's meaner than ever. And then attacks Rey Mysterio. Big Show, Rey. I guess we're turning him heel. Four minutes. Boom. Is Floyd? No. We don't have merit. We might have to do, I don't know. Can we bring in Crow Cop instead of Floyd Merriweather? Handshake, pair show, no ironclad. 3 months? I haven't gone down as a celebrity, so you should be able to do it. Hell yeah. So, normally Floyd Merriweather runs in. We obviously don't have him. So, we're going to use Mirko Crow Cop over the next couple of weeks. Oh, Lee to see you. Recap video of Cena returning at the Royal Rumble and challenging Orton. We have John Cena and Randy. We then get the title match, Cena against Orton. One of many. Orton grabs the backbreaker before avoiding another Cena top rope famouser. Cena grabs the proto bomb into the STFU, with Orton having to bail to the ropes. Orton grabs the knee and demands a count out. Cena won't be having it and walks right into the RKO on the floor. Cena beats the count in, so Orton hits the referee for the DQ escape. John Cena wins, but it's a cheap victory of an intentional DQ by Randy Orton. Post-match, Cena grabs the STFU and chokes out Orton. John and Randy. Shawn and HHH say they're going to be cool with each other no matter what in the chamber. Shawn, Hunter, not Triple H, sorry, not Hunter, and also not Trevor Murdoch backstage. And then we have the final Elimination Chamber of the evening. We have Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, Umaga, John Layfield, and Christopher Jericho. This one comes in at 23 minutes. For the world title shot, and Hardy's IC title isn't on the line. Jericho number 1 and Shawn number 2. Umaga comes in at number 3, but Jericho's in at number 4. Triple H at 5, with Jeff Hardy finally coming in at the end. Shawn super kicks Hardy to give Jericho the pin, only to have Triple H pedigree Shawn to get us down to Jeff against Triple H. Hardy starts fast with a DDT onto the steel and a backdrop sends Triple H back inside. The Swanton misses though and a pedigree grabs 2. Triple H grabs a chair but has to counter a twist of fate. That's enough to set up the pedigree onto a chair to finish Hardy for the WrestleMania title shot. Nice. Triple H points at the WrestleMania sign and calls out Orton. Should have Triple H cutting a promo on John Cena and Randy to end the show. Nice. Show's expecting 8% matches. I'm on 79, so will not be penalised. Was there any pre-show stuff? Let's just go to results. It is Kane defeating Shelton Benjamin in 5 minutes. I wonder why Kane's not in it. I also don't really like the gimmick of... I know I set these pictures. That's probably a bit too intense, but it's fine with me. Them not having the titles and wearing titles in their stuff. We also have... Oh, Chavo vs CM Punk is on there. Oh, there's only the one dark match. That's fine. Let's run the show, methinks. An extremely short pre-show match. Kane defeated Shelton in 4:37 by pinfall with a chokeslam. Got the No Way Out 2008 opening. And a recap of Chavo against CM Punk feud for the ECW Championship. Great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Chavo defeated Punk in 9:49 with a gory special. We then see a recap of Ray attacking Vicky. He apologises backstage and said that he didn't mean to. We then got a video on the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. And in a bout which had good wrestling, good heat and decent wrestling, Taker defeated Khali, Big Daddy V, MVP, Finlay and Batista when he pinned MVP with a tombstone to win the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. Edge wants the Edgeheads ready to help him in his match against Ray. Maria and Ashley are at the Playboy Mansion in an effort to get Maria to pose. Flair defeated Kennedy in 12:52 with a figure 4 leg lock. And Vince confronts Finlay backstage and promises violence to Hornswoggle tomorrow. Got a recap of Edge vs Ray for the heavyweight title. And in a superb match, Edge defeated Ray in 10:01 with a spear to make defense number 1 at the world title. The Big Show returns and says he's meaner than ever and attacks Rey Mysterio. We got a video recap of Cena returning at the Rumble and then challenging Orton. In a bout which had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Cena defeated Orton in 22:13 when Orton intentionally got disqualified to retain his title. Post-match, Cena grabs the STFU and chokes out Orton. Shawn and Triple H says they're going to be cool with each other no matter what in the... Why is Trevor Murdoch there? In a bout which had great heat and good wrestling, Triple H defeated Shawn, Jeff, Umaga, JBL and Jericho in 23-22, and Triple H pinned Jibble with a pedigree. Triple H points to the Mania sign, calls out Orton. Nice. 76, we did need that. Let's praise Edge, Triple H, and Jeff Hardy. We'll give him a hug. Edge was pleased, Triple H seemed pleased, Jeff seemed pleased. Financially, he made a cool 2 mil. That got some of our pop back up. However, you intend to use your new signing of Tadges. He'll have to work his way up the ladder. There's no free rides. He'll have to work his way up the ladder. It is known that Holly and Kendrick hate each other. I'm going to sit down with them and work that issue out. Your response, which showed leadership, lifted the locker room, but backfired and worsened the relationship between Holly and Kendrick. My relationship with Holly has gotten worse. Will you be making an effort to keep MVP on the roster? His deal is coming towards the end of the month. He's a big part of the WWE family. Jimmy Noble is a big part of the WWE family. It's known that Michael Hayes and Bobby Lashley don't like each other. I'm going to sit down with them. It also improved their relationship. Nice. And we end on Jason Cross. An hour and a half is like, I think, really good doing this. Normally I kind of get like a Raw and SmackDown done, or 2 of each. And that lasts 2 hours. So an hour and a half, I am very happy. That said, I think I've paused the music accidentally. I'm going to end it here. I don't know what's happening with the music. I want to thank you all for hanging out, being here. I hope you enjoy this. I hope people liked the mod, or at least the look of it. Anything you see and you're like, that doesn't look right, change that, that's awful. Just let me know and I'll do it. Eventually I want this to get to a point where I can release it, but maybe, maybe not. Stay safe, have a lovely week.